Feel the Power. That's the title of this week's YouTube, and we're going to walk you through what we'll call a very powerful week and the energy markets. Let's start with the EIA forecast. You can see right here, natural gas export facilities or capacity in the United States projected to double by the end of 2028. This is huge. Now look at this notable graph on LNG exports from the U.S., right? That's helped Europe with their Russian issue, and it's also made the U.S. extremely competitive because here in the U.S., natural gas about $4 a million BTUs. Over in Europe, it's about 14. You send a bunch of gas over there, those two prices would naturally move together. Well, and that's exactly what's happening here. One of the big IPOs this week was Venture Global, valued at $110 billion, with an existing export facility and a new one that will be fast-tracked with an updated manufacturing process. So, there's the double. That is huge. What happened right here where this flattened out? LNG export facility approvals were put on hold, and that's of course been lifted this week. There were many changes this week on deregulation and other events, and we're going to get to some of the impacts. Stargate. By the way, I'm Spencer McGowan, your financial weatherman and President, McGowan Group Wealth Management, based right here in the Crescent, serving affluent families. And actually, we love to do YouTube as well as give the tour of the office so you can meet the team. Find us at networthradio.com. You can contact us there, in everybody's bio, all the 10 team members right there waiting for you to make sure that you can have a team of financial services professionals dedicated to your success and especially experienced in estate processing and coordinating your estate plan with your attorney. All right, what's this? Oracle woke up. Stargate. Stargate was announced with Trumpian hyperbole. Trump says $100 billion committed by Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI to actually build the initial data center. It looks like it's going to be in Texas. Why? Oracle is actually based in Austin now. They moved from California, like a lot of people have, to the California of Texas, which is Austin. So that data center, obviously there's some enthusiasm on the stocks. We'll cover that. What does a data center use? Lots of electricity. There are 10 data centers under construction in Texas, according to Forbes. How are they going to get power? Well, let's look at some of the impacts. But natural gas, according to ExxonMobil and Chevron, they're looking at natural gas power for data centers off the grid. That's going to be a theme as we go forward. And Vistra, the North Texas power provider. What a huge gain. We'll get specific on that gain, but they were a big beneficiary this week of that announcement, more power demand, right? And next, GE Vernova. They make the power supplies. Remember, it's not a recommendation for your portfolio till you come down and get a plan, but for the utilities, they make the equipment for supplying power. And here we go. How do you get natural gas on a boat going to Europe? You have to liquefy it, but first it has to come through a pipeline. Plains All American, one of the best performers that we have in the pipeline portfolio. It's up nearly 20% this year. Again, not a recommendation until you get a written plan from us, but that's been a big success, and it's certainly powered by the events unfolding. Constellation Energy up 55%. They bought Calpine. Calpine has a bunch of natural gas plants. Wow. Vistra up 39% for the year, GE Vernova 33%, Texas Pacific Land up 27%. We see a trend emerging here. Micron Technology for the memory that goes with it. And we have PG&E leading the bottom of the utilities at a minus 20%, mainly because of the California issues. Now, 16% is the earnings growth of the S&P 500. Is this rally justified? Well, so far the earnings are keeping pace with that. The Bloomberg projections, which we've covered in prior episodes, those of you that subscribe already know this, so be sure to subscribe. 12% is the projection for this year and 12% for next year. But if the S&P takes a pause or even a much needed 10% correction, then what you've really done is allowed earnings to catch up with the overvaluations. And according to Jeremy Grantham, deep value, the companies that are not at a high multiple, like the oil and gas, make a key part to that. The bond market is starting to look interesting as well. But that 16% gain, that is good news. It's 78 out of 500 companies reporting, and we'll keep you posted on where the bargains are. Thank you for tuning in to McGowan Group YouTube. Find us at networthradio.com. You can actually set your time for your own brainstorming session there. Thank you for tuning in today to NetWorth Media. We also have Apple Podcast. Simply type in NetWorth Radio and boom, it'll hit your phone right then. If you also go to networthradio.com on a browser, you're going to be able to meet the team. You can see our performance track record, the model portfolios that go with today's broadcast. Also at networthradio.com, the longer play podcast is available there as well. We're grateful that you've tuned in. Remember, when we talk about a security, it doesn't make it a recommendation for your portfolio until we actually complete a written plan for you by Zoom or in office or simply a conference call. So you reach us at networthradio.com if you want to get that arranged. Market fluctuations and how to handle them. We build high cash flow portfolios, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results, so you do have to be ready for challenging markets. We can build more cash flow during challenging markets than we can when everybody's happy and everything's up, which is when we tend to raise tactical safety. Those allocation strategies are here at networthradio.com. Thank you for tuning in.